It's time to go back to 2004. Stay tuned.
Officially released in 1964, G.I. Joe took the toy world by storm. With 21 movable parts and loads of accessories, he quickly became a sensation and a new way to play for boys around the world. In 2004, Hasbro re-released this action figure along with all his accessories exactly the way kids saw them in 1964. With uniforms, equipment, and even packaging patterned after the originals, the 40th anniversary series will rekindle fond memories of boyhood youth. Research shows Hasbro originally planned for 7 full waves of figures and equipment with 4 figures per wave. However, they only were able to release 5 full waves with a few additional exclusive sets until the line was canceled. Let's take a closer look at each wave starting with Wave 1.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Paul Knapp coming to you once again from the Man Cave, and we are going back in time. We are going back to 2004 when Hasbro probably re-released the best anniversary sets ever. This was the 40th year anniversary of G.I. Joe, and they had several waves of these packages, these figures. So we're going to take a closer look at these, all the waves that were reissued back in 2004. So stay tuned. Now, those of you that follow my channel know that I don't keep anything in a box, and this box too will be opened, even though I already have this set. But I just wanted you to see this, so individuals that haven't collected these when they were released in 2004 know what to look for. These came with a figure, whether it be Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marine. Had a little write-up on the back. Also said on the front what wave it was. There were 4 figures, 4 sets per wave. Now this says 8th in a series, so this would have been wave 2. And again, it did come with all, well, this one was a Marine, so this came with Marine equipment. This one was known as Beachhead. You can see the equipment that was included with the set. So I just wanted to show you what an unopened package would be like. And if you want a closer look at all the waves, up close and personal, check out my buddy Johnny Cedric at MIB Mitten Box. He keeps everything in the box so you can get a better look at what these figures were like in the box. But I'm going to show you Wave 1 first, and all the figures that I own from Wave 1, and some additional equipment I may have added to it. Now, the first figure released in Wave 1 was called Army Combat. This one came with the Army fatigues, which was green on green, the brown boots, and field jacket. Love that field jacket, and unfortunately this was the only time you could get that field jacket, was in the Wave 1 set. I have a painted brown hair figure. Of course, you get the cap that never stayed on. 2 M1 rifles. There's a bayonet, 6 gray grenades, and the ammo pouch. So real simple set. I just wish they would have included a helmet instead of this stupid cap that nobody ever uses, but you could always buy those extra. So this is Army Combat Wave 1. Figure number 2 released in Wave 1 was the Navy Frogman. Again, probably one of my favorite figures released. Had a lot of fun playing with this one as a kid. Of course, the rubber suits are identical to what we had in the 60s and 70s. Therefore, these probably won't last many more years, but they are out of the package right now and still feel very pliable. But it came with the scuba tanks, the orange hose with the orange mask, a diver's watch, of course the fins, 3 sticks of dynamite, and the scabbard knife, diver's knife. So I have 2 of these figures. And again, this was figure number 2, Wave 1. The third figure in Wave 1 was the Marine Communication Set. This came with the camouflaged top and bottoms, brown boots, field radio, field telephone, the camouflage poncho, a carbine, the field wire, field glasses, map, map case, and of course the hat that nobody used, so therefore I went and added a camouflage hat thanks to Cotswold Collectibles. No Marine is going into battle without a helmet. It's definitely not wearing that cap. So again, figure number 3, Wave 1. And rounding off Wave 1 is the Air Force Survival Set. Now this originally came with the orange flight suit, but I have a yellow one on my second figure. Came with the blue ball cap, which I can't imagine any Air Force pilot jumping out of a plane wearing that. Came with the survival yellow raft, an oar. Of course, you had your first aid kit, your knife and scabbard, and a flare gun. And again, that was what came with the original set. So I thought, you gotta add a crash helmet because, well, you're jumping out of the plane, I'm sure you're not wearing that cap. So that would be a great addition to this set if you're trying to add on a little bit. I did buy another one from Cotswold Collectibles, and this one actually is the Action Man version, but it is appears to be the same helmet. So I added that to this set, and then also you can get your hands on a parachute. Well, that would just round off, I think, the fighter pilot. So I only have one of these, but added that to one set. Looking for another one, but this is the last figure for Wave 1, which is the Air Force figure. And again, this was the survival set. Now kicking off Wave 2 is the Army Military Police figure. This figure came with the dickie, with the short jacket, pants, brown boots. Came with a duffel bag, as well as the white belt, billy club, and sidearm. Now, a later series had the helmet, which you would add to this set. And I also, with this set, added the Army flag because there was no real Army dress uniform. I would consider this closest thing to their dress uniform. So I took the Army flag and added it to this set. And just a reminder, every set came with their manual, whether it be Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and insignias in there, so you could add those if you wanted. But again, this is the Wave 2 Figure 1 Army Military Police. Now I'm skipping over set number 6 in Wave 2. That was just an accessory set, and it was all Army. That came with, like I said, the military police helmet with another belt and gun and billy club. It came with 3 sandbags and a machine gun with ammo case. So that would have been in set number 6, series number 2, and you would have dispersed that between your other figures. And number 7 in the series was from the Navy. This was the Navy Attack set. Another great one. I loved this one as a kid. I had it. Got the shirt with the dungarees, the life vest. This was the larger life vest, which was really cool. You had your white Dixie cup hat, and you would add the navy blue helmet to this set. So this would have been an add-on. Every set came with the searchlight, binoculars, and the semaphore flag. So again, this was the Navy Attack set, number 7. And the final figure in wave number 2 was the Marine Beachhead. This figure came with the camouflage top and bottom, tall brown boots, the backpack with the E-tool that you can attach to it, the ammo belt, of course the hard cover, and then one rifle, the canteen with canteen cover, and the cover was light tan, it wasn't green. You had 6 silver grenades and the bayonet. So this rounded out wave number 2, and it was the Marine Beachhead. And kicking off Wave 3 would be the Marine Medic. The Medic came with 2 Red Cross armbands as well as the Red Cross flag. Now the helmet I added in. That did not come with the set. It came with a regular green cap. It came with the medic bag, a plasma bottle, 2 rolled bandages, a triangular bandage with a safety pin, stethoscope, and not pictured here is the crutch. There was 1 crutch with the stretcher. So that is not shown here. I have that on another set right now. But that's what you would get with this figure. Now the interesting about this is there were no such thing as Marine medics. They were Navy corpsmen. So, but they would always wear the Marine Corps outfit, so you could call him a Marine medic if you like. But technically this guy is a Navy corpsman. And this is the first one in wave number 3. Now number 10 in the series was basically add-on set, I guess you could call it. It was called the Army Combat Set. And what you got was basically a backpack with the mess kit. Of course, you got all the utensils and everything with the mess kit. You got a green belt with the, what we used to call the first aid pouch. And a canteen in a case with a shovel. And I'm not showing the E-tool here, the shovel, but that's all you would get. So you really could add those accessories to any of the previous sets, or you could just give it to this Joe here that came with it, and he had no weapon or anything. I guess he could be a medic. But that was the number 10 in the series, wave number 3. The next figure in the wave was the Dress Marine, and this is the sharp dressed man that every boy had this outfit growing up. Everyone loved the Dress Marine outfit. Came with the white belt, of course the top and the pants with the red stripe on the side. Shoes, but no socks. The white rifle and the white cover. I added the Marine Corps flag, which came with a later set of flags, but it goes perfect with the dress uniform set. And again, this is the second figure in wave 3. And figure number 12 in the series is the Air Force Scramble pilot. And this figure came with the Mae West vest. Of course, the blue cap. Did not come with this, the crash helmet or the parachute, but that would come in the next set. So that would definitely be added to this Scramble pilot. Of course, he had his lap pad with a pencil, a tan belt with revolver sidearm. So not much with this figure, but you added the next set, and I'm just going to include this with this one. This is going to be the crash helmet and parachute, which were carded figures, and I'll post a picture of what that next set in the series would be. So that would round out this wave of figures for the 40th anniversary. And let's get started with the next wave. And kicking off wave 4, we have the Army Command Post figure. This set came with the field radio, field telephone, map case, of course the plastic hat, and the field wire. This one came with a plain green poncho and a tan belt with a sidearm. Now I always thought if he's going to be the command post, he should have some type of long rifle. So I added the carbine and ammo belt to this set, which I think kind of rounds it out a little better instead of just having a sidearm. But there you go, the first one for wave number 4. Now set number 15 in the wave was the Shore Patrol outfit, and this came with the Dixie Cup hat, the white belt with billy club and sidearm, the Shore Patrol band, and a duffel bag. Of course, you would get the next set in the series, and I will post a picture of that as well, which came with the Shore Patrol helmet, so you would have to get that set. And with this set, once again, that's the closest thing to the dress uniform that the Navy had, so I added the Navy flag from the later set to round this one out. And again, this is the Shore Patrol from Wave 4. And rounding out this wave is figure number 17 from Wave 4. This is the Beachhead Assault, not to be confused with Beachhead, which came in set number 1, or wave number 1. This one has the flamethrower, solid green, and it also came with the tent. Of course, I added the helmet and the 6 grenades. Now this figure normally came with a brown tannished belt with the first aid kit attached, as well as a mess kit, not shown here. So that would have rounded out this figure. I definitely would send him in with a helmet and not the normal cap. This is the final figure in Wave 4. And kicking off Wave 5, we have the Army Bivwak. And no, you're not seeing things. This gentleman did lose his arm. Never played with, never touched, just bagged. Broke him out for the first time, and he has a crack already. So people were telling me that these crack all the time. I said, no, I never had any crack, and here we go. So I just had to throw that in there, but yes, you're gonna have to try to repair that gentleman. He came with the Army tent, which is solid green, an E-tool with case, the tent posts, pegs, the large machine gun with the ammo case, the camouflage netting with camouflage, and the only thing I thought adding to this other than a helmet would be a backpack, because you got to put all that stuff somewhere, right? So if you add a backpack to that set and a hard helmet, I think you got yourself a nice set. Again, first one kicking off this wave. Figure number 19 is the Air Force Crash Crew figure. And this figure, again, just like the original ones, you think they could have done something different when they redid these, but the paint is coming off, the silver paint off of everything. I've never even used these guys. They've just been in storage. You can see the paint is all over the hose as well as the tank. This figure came with a tool belt set, fire extinguisher, and then the cover. Now let me turn this guy around and show you. It is just flaked off everywhere. So be aware if you have one of these in storage, it's probably not going to last you. So this is the Air Force Crash Crew figure. And the 20th figure is the Marine Paratrooper. And he came with his camis, brown boots, the brown tan belt with the canteen and the first aid kit, 6 grenades, the knife and scabbard. This is the first time we've seen the carbine, and then a parachute, which did not have a parachute in it, but that's the way it came in the 60s. So that rounds out the figures. Now the next set after this, the 21st set, would have been the flags, which I showed a few of those, the camouflage helmet, netting, and the camouflage, I guess you could say, or plastic camouflage. I usually give that to this figure here because he would not be jumping with his soft cap. And then that would kind of round out this figure. So that completes wave number 5. Now there are 2 additional figures that were not mass produced, but did make it to a wave. However, each one made it to a wave by itself. The first one is this figure here, which was a JCPenney exclusive. This is the Mountain Troop. Unfortunately, it did not come with a white outfit, but you did get a white backpack with the snowshoes, the white ammo belt, the climbing rope with pick, and 6 grenades. So it was a start. I think they were planning on continuing this, but did not. And the other one, which actually came out in Wave 6, the only one in Wave 6, was this Air Force dress uniform. Dress uniform, shoes, no socks, the dress cap, and a white rifle. Of course, I added the Air Force flag to this set and the American flag to this set to finish up the flag series But yeah, these were 2 additional ones. The Air Force One came out in Wave 6, and this was the final figure. This would be actually figure number 30, which came out in Wave 7. So I'm going to show you pictures of the figures that did not come out, or the packages that did not come out in Wave 6 and Wave 7. And if you have any other information for me, or if I screwed something up, please let me know. I know this was a longer video than normal, but I wanted to get all the waves in so everybody can see the 40th anniversary, now that it is actually the 60th anniversary this year, 2024. Again, I thank all my subscribers. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, keep on collecting.